Howdy, so when I was a kid I was pale and skinny, so kids called me a ghost, and later I decided writing is more than just a fun hobby. I'm ghostwriter and really want to talk about this. Today I want to talk about why Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald is a fan film. So I have so much to say about this movie, but we're going to go through one avenue. Okay, so some people like this film, but let's be honest here. Most people hate it, or at least think it's really not the best. And to be fair to the film industry, it sucks. This is a film with 47 different plots, a horrible structure, the climax is just a coincidence, and then a random CGI festival. Like 90% of the characters don't have a good reason for being present. Like 75% of the new important people in the film don't even have memorable names. Basically, I don't know what's going on and why, the whole time. So I want to theorize why the filmmakers made these decisions while writing, producing, and shooting the film. And I could assume this all just from reading the title of the film. The makers of the film predicted an ungrateful audience. This is completely the filmmakers' fault. They're working on a prequel series for Harry Potter, a huge franchise film series, and they see that people sort of like their new cast of characters in Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. Oh crap, most of their stories kind of ended in the first one. They said, oh well, let's find a way to bring them back for number 2 because then more people will care to come see the film because these are the characters they like to see. And so many things in this film seem to be about the filmmakers melding their story to satisfy a greedy audience that wants to see more magic and more of their same characters. Sure, maybe because they're used to that from the actual Harry Potter series, which has the same 3 main characters for 8 movies, but they can't just completely end most characters' stories in clear ways like wiping memories and then just walk that back saying it didn't work because he's a fan favorite character. This is all because the filmmakers are assuming that the audience probably just wants to see these characters again, so they felt they must give the audience that. Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald is a fan film, and fan films are usually bad, but this is the professionals making a fan film for the fans, so it's really bad. Let's just make what our fans would want to see, right? The same characters doing unreal and new magic because they're graduates of wizarding schools, so they should know more spells, right? And it really comes off as lazy to show off visuals so the audience goes wow to the magic and haha to the characters they like. You know, in the old movies, one of the beauties of having the wizards and witches yell out the name of the spell they cast is that the audience knows what they're doing. In these films, because they're good enough to not shout out their spells, it's just a bunch of guys waving around their sticks doing whatever spells CGI can conjure. And it kind of loses the magic because of how unbelievable it is. The experience of magic is almost non-existent. That's kind of what every fan film in the Harry Potter universe is on the internet. People running around and doing special effects with wands, nonsensically. Except for in this film, they have $200 million to do it with. And in the background of all of this, somewhere the real story they had in mind is still sort of going on. So what is the lesson here? Let's just take it for granted that the filmmakers are smarter than the audience most of the time. So as the filmmakers, stick to the plan, the story, and don't try to add elements just to make the film more sellable for what you assume the audience wants. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is a perfect example. If they put in all the things fans wanted, it would suck. So they don't. But just here and there, they might add a little joke or reference for the fans instead, so they know they're heard. Then they have 20 plus successful films that fit into one franchise. So if I was making Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald, I would forget about Fantastic Beasts and make it the Crimes of Grindelwald, like it was supposed to be. Use Newt Scamander as the lead if you have to, but all the other characters from the United States are pretty irrelevant at this point. So if anything, give them just a small cameo to remind the audience we're still in the same story. But focus on your story for this movie, for the Crimes of Grindelwald, because the audience will appreciate it, even if you think they won't. That's my take on Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald. I really dislike this movie. I know a lot of people agree with me, and I'm sure a lot of people disagree with me. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more content coming out soon. Hopefully, not all my content offends a lot of people, because, yeah.